Hey guys, I am doing another review. This is a review for Shazam 2. I was not really looking forward to this movie. I gotta be honest with you. I enjoyed Shazam 1, but when I saw who the villains were in this movie, and I really didn't see where the plot was going with this, I just wasn't excited about this movie. But I did have a great time with this movie. There is some fun to be had. It has some very good comedic elements in it. But there's just so much other stuff that is so subpar and mediocre about this movie, guys. DC overall has a very huge morale problem on its hands, as I've stated before in other videos. What they've done with this universe and the decisions they make have I know this movie isn't doing well in the box office from what I'm hearing, and I don't think it's going to do pretty good in the box office, especially after these reviews come out. Because I think that while the first one had a very interesting story and interesting tone, this movie doesn't have a real heart to it. It doesn't have any underlying themes that you could really see why they needed this movie. I think that they got too many characters that they didn't know what to do with in terms of Shazam's family. They really have a very limited character growth in this movie. One actress, um, the one who plays his sister Mary, I don't have her name at this time, but Mary, I think her name is Bloomfield in the movie. But the character Mary, she just was not played by the actress was not really. It seemed like she just almost didn't want to be there. To be honest with you, she reminded me of Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique in Days of Future Past. Well, not Days of Future Past, and the movie. What's that movie? Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse. Because she just really was done with the character, and you saw that in the way she acted. It was like she really just didn't want to be there. And by the time the last movie came out, she didn't even want to wear the makeup fully. So I digress. Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren are so underperforming in this movie. And that's not no testament or knock against them. I just think that the director and the writers they didn't have anything for these actresses to engage with. These are awesome actresses that have done so much better in other shows and movies, and they're just not being utilized here good at all. I mean, these are, when you talk about one-dimensional villains, like these are villains from like the early 2000s era of DC or Marvel movies. These characters, they have no motivations that you can connect with at all. And then there's a race and age discrepancy because they're supposed to be playing the daughters of Atlas, who is a Greek god. So you got an Asian, you have, I believe Rachel Zegler is Hispanic, and then you have a white woman, older. Then they're older, younger in age. So there's an age and a race disparity, and I just don't know what the director was thinking. It does not work, and it's noticeable. So yeah, I didn't like the villains at all in this movie. These were pretty bad. In terms of the action in this movie, I mean, if you want to call it that, it didn't really, it wasn't good. The action wasn't good in this movie. Effects were pretty dope. The comedy works most of the time. It is pretty funny. I laughed a lot. But I know for sure I won't be seeing this movie for a long time. It's not that good. There are 2 post-credit scenes. You don't really have to stay for them. You really don't. It's not necessary. It doesn't get you excited about what's to come for Shazam in the DCU with James Gunn. you know, I'm assuming he's coming back, but I don't know. We can't say. Um, I'm gonna give this movie 3 out of 5 chops. I think that it's passable. I'm sure the kids will have a great time with it. They'll love it, but anybody older, it's not, it's not gonna make you happy. You'll have some laughs, some chuckles, but overall, yeah, not not that good overall. So yeah, that's my review of Shazam 2. Like, share, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next Pop and Chop. Take care.